This is what it's like to be in a long-term relationship or marriage with a dismissive avoidant partner who are the most emotionally unavailable. Dismissive avoidants were chronically emotionally neglected in childhood, but they have no idea because emotional neglect can look so benign. And in early childhood, when this happens, they are unable to complete true emotional processing cycles in their body, and they're forced to suppress their emotions. They lean on things that make them feel immersed, competent, confident, like their work or their hobbies, to stay emotionally suppressed. They have a big defectiveness wound from being emotionally dismissed, and that is a shame wound. It is a shame wound that says, not only are you bad, but you are bad and you can't be fixed. And this wound is primarily activated by emotionality from you and perceived criticism. So even if you aren't criticizing them, if you ask them for a need or you ask them for something that needs to change, they are going to perceive criticism. Their defectiveness wound is going to be immediately activated, and you are going to get one very predictable type of responses. You are either going to get defensiveness, which is their attempt to fight the shame, subconscious by the way. You are going to get a fawn response, which is them collapsing into freeze and saying, I don't know what to say or do, so I'm just going to people please and tell you, okay, I'm sorry, and never actually change because they've never processed what you're actually saying. Or you are going to get the typical pull away, and the pull away usually happens after the fight or after the fawn. It's almost inevitable. Their nervous systems recalibrate alone. They don't know how to solve conflict or how to co-regulate or feel better in your presence. That was denied to them as children, therefore their nervous system rejects it in adulthood. And so you are going to feel very lonely in this marriage. You are going to feel like they do not care about you, they do not prioritize you, they do not think about you, and when you come to them asking for things to change, they are going to do everything they can to get themselves out of that conversation. Again, it's a subconscious strategy. So I need you to know that these things are deeply ingrained into their nervous system, and knowing more about their own patterns isn't going to help them one bit. And a lot of times the strategies that other insecure attachment styles will take to try to get things to change are often the very types of critical conversations that push them away more. So if you really want to see change in your relationship, you have to be the one to show up secure. You have to be the one to learn to communicate non-critically, learn to hold boundaries, not just state your boundaries, hold them, which always involves removing access, and your nervous system has to be prepared for that. So you doing the deep work is really the only way out of this. You can't force them to do it with you, but when you do it, they will either step up to the plate and meet you there because their nervous system is getting a healthy model and mirror, or you are going to realize that you have to continue to remove your access until you are out the door. But you will do that without regret and with knowing it is the right decision because your nervous system is so secure that you can trust it as your guide. If this is interesting to you, see me at my website, thelovedoc.com.